Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about data sources and transform apps in ServiceNow. Data source can be anything like maybe some Excel sheet or some external data source like JDBC server or HTTP server. So it could be XML as well. So there are multiple type of data sources. So if we have some bulk data in that sources and we wanted to import to that particular data to Excel, we can achieve by using data sources and transform maps in ServiceNow. Let us see how to create a data source and create a transform map associated with it, and how to map the fields and how to pull all the records from the Excel sheet or any external server to our ServiceNow. Let us go to the data source. Let me open my instance. So in the left navigator, if you search data sources, you will get system import sets and data sources. So when you click on data sources, you will get the existing data sources. So as of now, I click on new. So you have to give some name to your data source. So I'll say demo source. So I need to give the label as well. I'll give the same thing. So when I give the label, it will automatically imports a table name. Will come. It is a temporary table which is nothing but called a staging table also. So when we load the records, it will the temporary data will get stored in this particular table. So let's see. We will see further about this table name. So as I said, the type can be like a type in the sense data source type. It could be file or JDBC, LDAP server, OIDC, or REST integration. There are methods to to pull the data to ServiceNow. So for this scenario, we are going to try with file. So I am selecting type as file, and format would be CSV, custom Excel, JSON, XML are there. So for our scenario, I'm taking Excel as the example. So again, if it is a zip file, you will zip it. So sheet number, header number. So basically, in let me open my Excel sheet, then you'll understand. So if you see my Excel sheet, so this is the sheet one. So in ServiceNow, we can have multiple. Sorry, in Excel sheet we can have multiple sheets, right? So which sheet you wanted to upload into ServiceNow? That is what the meaning of sheet number. So as I'm having only one sheet, I'm just making it a 0, and header row is showing a 0. But here my header is present in the second row. So this data I'm going to upload to ServiceNow in this video. So I'm just taking this as example, and my header is staying in second row, I'm keeping header row as 2. Okay, if I have multiple sheets in the similar manner, wherever my data is present, I would mention that sheet number here. So if you see here, file retrieval methods are there. So there are a few retrieval methods are there. So as we are going with Excel sheet, we need to select attachment. So once you are done with it, you can just submit. When you submit it, this is the you know data source which we have created now. So what you have to do is initially you need to attach your Excel sheet to this source. So let me attach the Excel sheet. So you need to choose the file. Once that is done, you can close this pop-up. File got attached if you see. Okay. So now you need to load the records to ServiceNow, right? To do that, you have two options: test load 20 records and load all records. Here in this scenario, we are just having 5 or 6 records, but in some cases you will have thousand number of records, maybe lakhs of records also it can be. So but in that scenario, if you wanted to test whether your data is getting populated properly or not, to know that, you can do this test load. So as of now we are having a small data. I'm just doing load all records. So I'm clicking on load all records. So if you see now my Excel sheet, these are 5 rows. five rows in the sense five records. So if you observe here, the status of import set, processed 5, inserts 5, update 0, error 0. So if there is any issues in your Excel sheet, it would show the errors are maybe ignored. So whatever it is based on the thing, it will show you the status. So now if you see, there are few options: import sets, loaded data. So now we have uploaded five records, right? Let us see whether it is uploaded properly or not. So I will open this loaded data in new tab. I'll click on this I. So if you see number, category, short description, DSC, caller. So this is how my five fields got created in this demo source. I have told you, right? I'll open the data source. So we have created a table name right here, u underscore demo source. So in that table only the records will get stored. This is a staging table, so it is a temporary table only. It will store these records for some time, and after that automatically these records will get deleted. So this is a source or staging table. So now what happened is we have uploaded the data. So let's move to the first tab where we have finished up with uploading the data. So now what our task is to do, so we have this data, right? We need to I wanted to upload it to some particular table. So in this scenario, I have a table called as source table. So this is my source table. So the target table is u underscore source. So I have like 19 records in the source table as of now. So I am going to upload these five records as well. So now my target table is I have these fields in this Excel, right? Number, caller, category, short description, and description. So by using these five, columns, I wanted to map it to source table, which is present in ServiceNow. So to achieve that, what we have to do is we need to create something called transform map. So I'll click on transform map. When you click on create transform map, it just populates a window something like this. So similarly, as you have given a name for data source, so you have to give a name for transform map as well. So I will say source mapping. So if you see source table, this is the table, right, where we are having that u underscore demo underscore. So that staging table would come automatically. So I'll give the target table. So as I told, u underscore source is the target table here. I'm clicking on source. Okay, so run business rules. Run business rules in the sense, once that record gets created in the target table, do we need to run the business rules or not? So as of now, I'm clicking on no. So I don't want to run the business rules once the record gets created. So enforce mandatory fields. Enforce mandatory fields in the sense, so if there is any mandatory field is required to create a record, so do we need to enforce that thing to Excel sheet or not? So that is what I was thinking. It is entirely no, only mapped fields or all fields. So for now I am clicking on no. So even that mandatory fields is not present, a record will get created. That is what the meaning of enforce mandatory fields. Copy empty fields. So if you see, there are some empty fields in my Excel sheet. Okay. So caller is empty and number is empty somewhere. So do I need to copy that or not? So I wanted to copy that. So I'm just clicking on copy empty fields. So create new record on empty Colias fields. So Colias is something, but it creates some uniqueness to your Excel sheet or to your data. We will see what is the meaning of this new record and empty Colias. So as of now, I'll just save it. So once you save the form, you will get few more options here. So now you have created the transform map. The remaining part is you need to create the field mapping. To create field mapping, there are three methods in transform maps. One is mapping assist and auto map matching fields and new. So these are three methods to create the field mapping for your desired table. So initially I'll use auto map matching fields. Auto map matching fields in the sense, if your column name present in the Excel sheet and column name present in the target table is same, it automatically gets mapped. That is what the meaning of auto map matching fields. Let us try that. When I click on it, see field maps created. So if you see number, color, category, short description. So how many columns I have here? Number, color, category, short description, DESA. So instead of description, what I have mentioned is DESC as my header name in the Excel sheet. But if you see the source table, description is the name of the column. So what happened is it did not match the names. So it just created 4 mappings only. So remaining mapping we may need to create manually or mapping assist. So I'll just show you the mapping assist as well. When you're clicking on mapping assist, you will have all the fields which are present in the source table. This color, category. So this is the source table. You underscore demo underscore source. So those related fields you will be able to see here. So what is missed is DES, right? So I will just drag it to this bucket, and target is description, right? So in a similar manner I'll drag it here. When I drag it, you need to make sure number, color, are they matching properly or not. So when you think that is matching properly, you can click on save. So when you click on save, so one more field map will get created now. See, DSC and description. So the same thing you can do from this field map as well. So when you click on new, you'll get a new form. So there you can select the source field and target field. Let us see. So for example, you wanted to take the DSC again. Source field is DSC, target field is description. You can just submit so that in the field map will get created as it got created for mapping assist. Okay, that's how you can create as well. These are the 3 methods to do field mapping. So we are done with field mapping, and we need to make sure few more things to complete this transform. So let us go through that. So now what I want to do is I wanted to make few changes. So if you observe my actual sheet, so this number is there 1084 and 1082. These are registered in this source table present in service now 1082 and 1084. These two records are registered. So here these two records are there, along with that 3 empty records are there. So if these 3 empty records are there, in the sense if these records got inserted in the service now, those 3 records will be 3 new records. To see this, create new record on empty collage fields. So I will make this number field as collage true. Let me do that. So when I said collage true, what will happen is when that number, so my u underscore number is the unique number now. So based on that number only, now the records will get created. So what I said, number is the collage field. So create new record on empty collage fields. So as of now, number is my collage, right? If that field is empty, should we create the record or not? That is what it is asking. So I wanted to create record even it is empty. So I'll say create new record on empty collage fields, and I'll save it. So I'm just canceling that for now. So now we have done with the collage as well. So number is a unique field. So if that number is already ingested in the service now, that will get updated. That record will get updated with new data. If that number is not present in the service now, it will create a new record. That is what the meaning of collage true. So you can have multiple collage true fields as well based on your requirement. So few more things we will add now. So if you see, there are scripting part as well. So this is a basic idea about data source creation and transform map creation. So we do have scripting in this transform maps as well. So we will cover that, scripting in the next video. So we will cover up the transform map scripting in the next video. Thank you.